Bautista from University of Santo Tomas. Today's main topic is about the people behind electrical engineering. We will talk about what electrical engineers do, how they do it. An electrical engineer is one of the newer branches of engineering and dates back to the late 19th century. An electrical engineer is the one who develops and designs the new electrical equipment by applying the laws of physics and mathematics. They work with all kinds of electronic devices, from tiny microchips to huge power generators. Thus, electrical engineering deals with the study and application of electronics, electricity, and electromagnetism. Electrical engineering has also multiple branches like control engineering, telecommunications engineering, power engineering. I finished BS Electrical Engineering at University of Santo Tomas. Electrical engineers plays a very significant and important part to the environment. Without electrical engineers, our society wouldn't have any electricity to use. That is also frequently undergoing maintenance. Cellular signals and even the wide use internet are maintained by the electrical engineers. Without electrical engineers, there would be no broadcasting and television systems, no telephone, communication, or telegraphy. In order to arrange automatic sequences of operation and production, devices of control and regulation engineering are required, which today are driven most exclusively by electrical energy. One specific scenario of this are the contributions of electrical engineers in the rural population of India. Electrical engineers provide power through alternate source of energy in an area where electricity has not reached yet. At the same time, they maintain the power, wiring, and safety measures. It is clear that we would lose a lot without the world by their inventions and work since 600 BC. Electrical engineers have given a huge impact to the world through their inventions. From the invention of static electricity to the memory store used as a memory resistor, electrical engineers have changed the world. There are many inventions to state and date, but the common of them all is the LED lighting, nuclear power plant, FM radio receiver, and the iconoscope, etc. Can you imagine the world without electricity? Thanks to electrical engineers, specifically Thomas Edison. We don't have to. In the field of medicine, robotics are used to replace human error with a sum of more than 8.5 million have been helped and created by engineers and worldwide. It is used in medical purposes such as the removal of prostate cancer and brain tumors. In psychological application, virtual reality is used in psychotherapy to expose a patient to a feared stimuli in order to overcome his fear. Thus, it could be concluded that engineers have created big impacts with their inventions throughout. As in most professions, is the amount of salary. An electrical engineer has been estimated to have annual salary of $86,000 with a range of $53,500 to $126,000 in the premises of the United States. An electric engineer in the premises of India has an estimated annual salary of $340,459 Indian rupee, which is equivalent to 246,499,000 pesos. While an electrical engineer in the Philippines has an estimated salary of 144,000 pesos to 1,131,000 pesos. The salary of electrical engineers vary from the established country, field they work for. Most electrical engineers in the United States stay longer in their field of work than the electrical engineers in India, where 10 years is usually the maximum experience in this profession for most people. That is a great point, Mr. Derek Ramsey. What do you have for us, Mr. Jandal? Another common question, which is connected to prior point, is what to do electrical engineering graduates must find as a profession in industry? There is actually various and in-demand choices for you. Let me run through the many industries as a quick background. Aerospace, automotive, chemical, construction, defense, electronics, fast-moving consumer goods, marine, oil, and gas. Power generation, and many more other industries. If aerospace industry is chosen as a field profession, the United States NASA is a famous establishment for this field of industry. Although, if biomedical industry is chosen as a field of profession, they will work with combinations of biology, medicine, and engineering. They will be trained to analyze and design solutions that will improve the patient care. They are the professionals behind the sophisticated medical MRIs, and microscopic surgical machines. Looking for a jump, would it be hard? Given on the electrical degree of electrical engineering graduate, fields under engineering are not the only open choices. The medical field, educational field, business field, and etc. are also open for engineering graduate. Most professors and even high school teachers are engineering graduates. Thus, finding a job is not hard given the hard work degree an engineer has. Many privileges and bonuses of electrical engineering, there's also danger attached to it. Although slightly uncommon, electrical shocks are the danger most associated with electrical engineering. If you or the electrical items are not properly grounded, a shock can result. Electricity always researches for a pathway to the ground, so if your product or circuit doesn't offer a clear pathway, a single touch can put in your harm's way. Electrical arcs are frightening and possibly fatal occurrences. In this career field, if the current and voltage are strong enough, they can bridge a small gap in a wire and cause a brilliant electrical arc, possibly injuring nearby people. The best way to create a safe work area is to use a protective clothing and equipment. Before any product, circuit board, or wiring is activated, wear gloves, goggles, and insulated shoes. You want to minimize the potential for danger in the workspace. It's smart to work on items disconnected from a power source. Only apply power when you're sure that the item is ready to work. If you have to work above the ground, insist on a strong harness to safely maneuver through the air. You can even use the remote operational devices to work on extremely dangerous products. The most common injury of this field, electrical engineering, are burns. Safety equipment such as fire extinguishers suitable for electrical fires needs to be accessible and well maintained. That is an excellent point to point out, Mr. Jandal. Now, let's open our panel for questions. Enrolling an engineering program that will prove you to essential knowledge. If possible, enter a college that has a co-op program where the curriculum is divided into classroom teaching and the other semesters are spent in the field training by working for a consulting firm, a construction company, a research development department, etc. Studying the mechanics of engineering won't be easy, but if you really want to be an engineer in this field, you have to give it your all. That's a tough question. The only misconception of the type of work that we do, consulting engineering, may be that it's boring. But it's not. Every project has its challenges, whether it's tree a client wants to keep or designing a system that surpasses an energy audit guideline. Every site is different. What may have worked fine at one site may not work at another site. But yes, of course, there's a difference. A computer engineer focuses on the practical aspects of development and use of computers, and so courses in digital logic design and processor interfacing of electronics and circuits, whereas an electrical engineer focuses on the design of electrical and digital systems, installation and testing of electrical equipments, operation and maintenance of these machines and devices, as well as coming up with the economical and safer ways of accomplishing various electrical engineering projects. It's great that we have good questions today. Okay, anyone can raise one last question. Hmm, I think that question is for me. I'm expecting to see LED lighting get more efficient and perhaps also see changes in our other light source efficiencies. Also, expect to see more solar G designs with our types of facilities, whether it's installing solar panels to store energy for lighting transit platforms or larger systems to provide power for an entire facility. And I'm hoping to see more wind energy utilization.